if you remember when we talked about this before, and yours and mine won't match up because this thing gets a little warped right there. But the first thing, when you measure an angle, everybody remember what the first thing you have to do? That work? Caleb? Nope. It's a thought though. Chase? Nope. Caleb? Nope. Grace? Nope. Lord? Nope. First thing is you must decide if the angle is acute or obtuse. Generally speaking, when you measure an angle, you don't have to write it down, but for these, for the 9 that are on your sheet, really quickly, in the long blank that's underneath of it, put an A or an O or I guess an R for right angle, if that's what you believe it is. Okay, for example, this one is acute, so I'm going to put the letter A right there for acute. This one here actually looks like maybe, wait, does 2 look like it's less than 90 degrees or it is 90 degrees? It almost looks like it is 90 degrees. Right. So do all 9 of those and then we'll come back to that. And then we'll talk about what those of you were talking about there.
Do you have a protractor?
I don't. Was it not on your supply list?
Yeah, I don't know where it is though.
I have my extra one, but it's in my bottle.
Can you get it for poor Leighton? You. Everybody done with that part of it there? I'm going to move directions up if I can, if at all possible. You're willing to match it. Oh. Don't worry. Sooner or later it works. Oh, it's going to make it bigger. I don't want that. Oh, I could do this. Okay, now here's step number 2, and some of you said this, or somebody alluded to this. The next thing is, because it depends on the size of your protractor and the angle you're measuring, you may or may not have to extend the lines if needed. In other words, sometimes the lines on these small worksheets, the angles don't go all the way through the protractor. So you are going to take your best line drawing skills and extend them so that they will. You need at least one of them, but you might as well do them both if you're going to do one. So make this longer and make this longer so they go kind of through you. Your line really can't be too long. Oops. Everybody good with that? So for number 1, if you make both of them longer, you may want to make them as long as possible because again, I'm not sure that one on the bottom there is actually how you extend it, but it might need to be longer. Now, step number 3. Number 3. Put the vertex of the angle in the hole of protractor. Now, it depends on what kind of protractor you have. Most of yours have a hole in it, some of them just have a notch. But you will see on the bottom of it somewhere, there's lines going through something there. In mine, it's this one right here. So you take this and you slide it down so that the vertex is right in that little hole thing there. But that's not all. You put that in that hole whilst lining one ray of the angle up with the bottom line. And again, that varies on what yours looks like varies on your protractor. Mine, whatever line that goes through that center circle on your protractor, that's the line you have to spin your compass so that not only does it line up with the angle like this, but the other side of the protractor actually goes through the angle, other side of the angle goes through the protractor. So once you write that down, I want to see you do that for me, because that is the toughest part there, depending on what your line looks like. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, no. Chase. No. See, your line's not line up because it has to, you have to extend that line so it goes through your protractor. Yes, yes. It's always better if you see, I do not know how people expect you to use this kind of a protractor if they don't see through it. This is the line you're gonna need it, so that line, this line, in order to use this very, very freaky protractor, you need to line that up with that, and then this line needs to match up with that 180 degree mark, so it actually doesn't have to be like that. I don't know how you're ever gonna do that. You got it, Sicalar? Where's yours at there? For text. You got it. Perfect. Now, here is where people get, and I can tell you this 1,000 times, and some of you still will not listen to me. Okay. Step number 4 is you have to figure out what two, and you don't really need to do this, what two numbers the other ray goes through. And I will show you. In other words, my protractor may be a little different than yours. Here is where it crosses my protractor. You will notice that there are 2 places. One of them between 130 and 140, this is 132 degrees is my one choice because it goes through 132. The other one goes between 40 and 50. Here's 40, here's 50, so it is 45, 46, 47, 48 degrees. There are my 2 choices for my angle. And notice you just gotta look, see which one it goes through. It goes between 40 and 50 and between 130 and 140. You will notice, by the way, that the 2 numbers always add up to, Cassie? 180. The 2 choices will always add up to 180. And this is why, boys and girls and kids of all ages, you wrote down, this is an acute angle, is it not? Which means it can only be one of those answers, Madison, which is? No. There's no acute angle in the world that's over 90 degrees. So it has to be which one of the 2 there, Madison. And maybe did your measurements come up different than mine? What did you come up with? Huh? Oh, 50, right on 50? Well, that's good. I would have to pick 48 degrees because there's no way this could be 132 degrees and be an acute angle. Yours ended up being 50. I will say that's probably good if that's what you got, is 50 degrees. Do that make no sense to Mobani? Let's shrink this down again. Again, my page gets warped when I put it on this thing here. So you knew it was acute, so you picked the 50 degree angle. You cannot have it be acute and pick for whatever else one. Same thing for angle number 2. Go ahead and measure and see if it actually ends up being 90 degrees. Maybe it's a little less. Maybe. You can't do that, Brian. I see Brian doing this with his angle. He took this little pencil without a ruler and just went, oh, look, I'm going to make, you can't do that. You've got to put your straight edge on there and do it with the straight edge because you will never get, as much as you might think that you are a straight line drawer, is it actually 90? Right on the money? Does it end up being 90 degrees right on the money? Or no? Sure looks like it. Or does yours come up to be 90 pretty much? Yeah. So number 2 should be 90 degrees exactly. So go ahead and measure number 3 whilst we're doing this here. Measure number 3. Number 3. Step it first thing again you do, is that an acute or obtuse angle? That one is obtuse, so don't ever tell me an answer that is going to be smaller than 90 degrees. Number 2, did you end up with? It's either between 40 and 50 or 130 and 140 in my esteemed opinion. And here again, 6th grade, this is where you can make some mistakes, Lauren. Okay, did I get that close at least? A lot of people see this 140 and then they say, oh, this is 140, 141, 42, 43, 44. No, you gotta look at the two numbers it's between. It's between 140 and 130, so it actually starts at 130 and gets bigger going this way. Whereas this one goes between 40 and 50 and goes bigger the other way, though. They will go in opposite directions, so you have to be really careful when you look at your protractor. To me, it's either 44 degrees or 136 degrees, and yours is probably a little different because our other one was off. What was yours, Aaron? Anybody else on the 138 degree bandwagon? Oh, Aaron, apparently not. Sorry. 135 for Cassie. Somebody get something else. What'd you get? 135. 145 is a bit. I will tell you on quizzes and such, I will give you, here's a mathematical little thing here you'll like to see. Usually I give you plus or minus 2 degrees, which means whatever answer I put on the quiz, because I'll measure it, you either get 2 degrees higher than that or 2 degrees lower than that. If you are 10 degrees off, oh, Brian, what is this? Can you not tell? Did you really think that line is straight there? No. So what would we come up with the consensus? I see a 135, I see a, can't be 45 degrees because that's not even possible. I see a 134, 135. No, it wasn't. 135, 133, anything in the probably 133, 134, 135, 136, and 137 range would work for that. Go ahead and measure the rest. And let's see if we cannot come up with something. Again, you need to draw straight lines extending those angles. Straight lines.